Hey guys, welcome back to your WGN show. I'm Michael, your host, and let's get started with this video. In this video, we're going to have a guest, basically one of our YouTube helpers, and he's going to join us at the end of this video, and we're going to talk to him about this issue. But in the last little while, I've been really wondering where basically Capcom is going to be going in the next few years. I'm seeing a lot of issues in the last little while, like on disc DLCs. I've also seen issues with basically, let's just say, multiple versions of a certain franchise coming out, and it's not like it's a brand new number, it's just basically upgrades to their series. Let's say Street Fighter, for example, Street Fighter 2 having multiple ones coming out, Street Fighter 4 having multiple ones coming out, and it really makes you wonder, is Capcom the one that we really should be sticking with as a company? So why I'm making this video is because Resident Evil Regulations 2 is going to be coming out in episode form. Now, episode form didn't really bug me that much because you're still going to get all your episodes and stuff. They're just going to be pieced apart, and if you like the series, you only have to buy, or if you dislike the series, I should say, you only have to buy one, and if you love the series, you can buy them all. I don't mind that. I'm not going to go into big detail if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll let you guys actually decide down in the comment box below. But Capcom is going to be adding microtransactions to the game. How this is going to work is that every single time you basically lose a life in raid mode, you must basically put one of these blue stones that you found in the game to be able to get a second life for raid mode. Now, there's also going to be red stones, and those are the ones you pay for. You still don't have to go out and find the blue ones. But unfortunately, this is going to come into an issue that, are the blue stones going to be super hard to find to the point that you're going to end up buying the red stones, which will, let's say, cost you 99 cents a piece, which would be a really expensive, basically, game over. Doesn't seem like a lot until you've lost about 100 lives, then, ooh, shit, that's going to cost a lot. But what concerns me even more is that I'm paying for a game, which most games that use this particular microtransaction format are all free to play, but yet this particular game, it is basically, yeah, you pay for the game and you're also doing microtransactions. The last Resident Evil didn't, or the last Resident Evil Regulations didn't have this one bit. I could lose multiple times, feel like I was actually doing okay. I would try to use a harder, basically, mode to what I could handle and see if I could handle it. If I could, then I felt really good and kept moving on, finding higher guns that I couldn't use because my level was lower than the gun. But it made me really feel good with the series and what I was trying to do. In this version, if I try to do that, I'm going to get slaughtered every time, and trust me, I've been losing in one level multiple times, but I'm not giving up in Resident Evil Regulations 1. But in this game, it's going to really make me rethink. Now, another issue I'm going to come across is that, here's another issue. How do I play with my friends if we both don't have stones? So if we lose a life, oh sorry, we're going to have to go, I'm going to have to find more blue stones, which are almost impossible to find anyway. I don't know if there's going to be a multiplayer mode, but I imagine there was, because there was in raid mode in Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 2, maybe there's going to be one, maybe there isn't, but most likely there's going to be. Now, another issue that I'm having issues with the game, and I think I'm going to come back to the microtransactions, but I need to bring this issue up, is that I'm a guy who likes to buy an actual physical part of the game. I'm going to go out and say, hey, I'm going to go out and buy the whole entire Resident Evil 2 in one go. Well, here's an issue. Every single episode that if you buy in retail stores is going to cost you about $40 a piece, versus buying it digitally is going to cost you $20 a piece. So at the end of the day, I think there's 6 episodes, which is ironic because Resident Evil 1 actually had 12 episodes, but I'm not going to get into that can of worms. I'm going to pay double the price for a physical disc. How could Capcom do that? In the past, you might pay an extra $5 or $10, but not double the price, Capcom. That is ridiculous. That is stupid, and that should not be going, and that should not be allowed for what you're trying to do. People keep getting burned from Capcom, and I just can't believe that they keep coming back for round 2. Only game that I didn't get burned in so far was Resident Evil 1, but I guess the people at basically Capcom said, we gotta screw the people, we're not basically milking them enough to the point that they've became dry, and we're gonna try to do the same bullshits that we've done in previous games in Resident Evil Regulations 2. I'm really scared for Capcom, but Justin, what do you think about this? I was talking about Capcom's Resident Evil 2 microtransactions. Do you think that's a good thing?
I do and I don't in a way. Like, it depends what it's for.
So what did you kind of mean by that, though?
Well, like, it's kind of gotten kind of not bad because, like, some people who don't have the time to actually play the game, like, let's say there's coins that you can unlock, right?
Right.
That you can unlock, but there's some games that do it right, like, for example, League of Legends, where you can buy Riot points, right, and get skins, and I believe you could earn them too, right?
Right.
But microtransactions are good when they don't matter to the game at all what it does.
Okay,
right?
I get where you're going at this.
Like, just something cosmetic and, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But also, I mean, for the people who don't want to sit down and invest 10 hours into a game, like, let's say I'm playing a game where I want, there's a jet. Let's say there's a jet in the game, right? That costs $10 million, right?
You're talking about GTA 5, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't like, some people like sitting down and grinding for a long-ass time. Their money and buying it and get some enjoyment out of that. Some people get the enjoyment out of just spending $5 million, not $5 million, but $5 or $20 on a few million in game and just buying the game. I mean, not the game, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, the airplane and just fucking around for a bit.
But it's not taking away from the main... Like, I'm not saying that what Capcom's doing is taking away from the main campaign, but it's taking some brutal, or some kind of big multiplayer based away from the game. That's the only thing that concerns me. I
understand, but like, I don't know more about these blue gems, but for example, there's a whole bunch of people right now hating on EA because in the next Need for Speed mobile app, they're gonna be quote unquote charging for gas, right?
Right.
But basically all it is it's like one of those mobile games where once you do so many things, right, you gotta wait like 5 minutes or 5 hours for your energy to recharge. In this case, it's gas, or you could buy more gas now.
EA's been doing microtransactions for a little while, and I will tell you, it's getting a bit annoying.
Yeah, but people can't get mad at it. Look at, there's Candy Crush, one of the biggest selling games on iOS mobile right now. That's guaranteed for microtransactions with buying lives or buying power-ups. There's shit like that people don't make a comment of. But, anyway.
Yeah, but at the same time, that game's for free, though. We're not talking like a $100 game at this moment.
True, but this game, the EA game will be for free. But I understand what you mean about there's a lot of games that have microtransactions that you pay for.
That you don't pay for.
I know. When you don't pay for them, it's kind of fair. But
I know.
Same time, games that you pay for, like I said, certain ways they can be good via the GTA 5.
Yeah, they actually did it, and it's not taking away from the main multiplayer based into the game.
And then like, but I agree. What you said about Resident Evil, can you explain it a bit to me? Because I kind of forget what you...
Basically, the way they've done it is that you have two kind of basically gems. You have a red gem that acts like a blue gem, but it basically means that you paid for the gem. And the blue gems are found within the campaign.
And what do these gems do? Like, what do they unlock?
Basically, they allow you to, let's just say you're playing their raid mode where you're playing with friends and stuff. Well, if you lose too many lives, then you have to use your gems up. If you run out of gems, then you have to go technically back to the multiplayer and search for them again.
Oh,
and they
I see.
Keep changing. So they can hide these damn things in a real good spot that you'd never look for. So the one thing I did like about Resident Evil 1 though was that you could play past your level and get better guns and stuff, but if you keep dying, you're just more determined to go back and get them. I find that this is kind of, you know what I mean? It kind of turns you off a little.
That reminds me of something about Ubisoft, now that we're on the topic.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a free-to-play game on Steam, but there's a Ghost Recon game on Steam, right?
I think I might have
Ghost
seen
Recon Phantom, and that's a free-to-play game. Guess what?
What?
It's like an online game, only online game, right? But there's these tokens, right? And you need 600 of them to host a private match, right?
And this is only a one-time kind of thing?
No, every private match you host, you need 600 gold tokens.
Oh, that's
right?
ridiculous.
And they cost basically $4 IRL to buy these 600 tokens to host a private match.
That's ridiculous. And that's another thing. They might be able to do this really good, saying, oh, buy 200 gems for, like, you know, a buck or two, or maybe 5. That's reasonable. And if it's a, you know, a gem a die, it might make sense. But if it's $1, you know what I mean?
But like,
Capcom has to take a, you know, kind of a move into this and say, we got to go at this a certain way.
But Capcom and Ubisoft are two companies, like I said earlier, that are ruining themselves with microtransactions. EA was doing it, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah, continue.
But they're starting to get out of it slowly but surely.
But at the same time, if you remember a certain game called The Simpsons Hit and Run, that's when The Simpsons used to be really good, a really powerful game, but ever since this microtransaction shit that EA's kind of put into play, it's just destroyed the game.
Oh, yeah,
not the game itself, but the whole series of
You mean
The
that
Simpsons.
new Simpsons tapped out thing or whatever?
Yeah. Like, it was meant to be a free-to-play, while Resident Evil wasn't meant to be, you know what I kind of mean? It's not like it's a mobile game. But I don't think I can really say much more about this. So,
yeah.
You got anything else you want to talk about this particular subject?
No, not really.
Well, guys, this is Justin, guys. I might leave a link to your YouTube page if you want me to.
I don't have any YouTube stuff, so just don't.
Okay, never mind then. Well, see you, Justin.
Okay, bye.